Yes! Yes! Come to Papa!
Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today is going to be a big one with Legion revealed and the mechanic altered. What are the implications? Nerfs with a twist? What's more? Let's get started. First, of course, with the JP side. Now the Legion era officially starts in less than a week, so get hyped for that. Let's just quickly go over the Legion mechanic in Zero. So Legion combine the power of the leader and the mate. Generally speaking, this would be an 11k grade 3 and a 9k grade 2, so it would total up to 20k. But there are exceptions. For example, there will be grade 3 and grade 3 legions, grade 3 leader and grade 3 mate. So keep that in mind. The numbers could be 20k, 21k, 22k, differences in that. So yeah. Next up, we have a big change with the Legion mechanic. Instead of if your opponent is grade 3, then you just return 4 from your drops into your deck and search for the mate. It is instead now if it is the first player's 4th turn or more, or the second's 3rd turn or more. Now, what does this mean? This means that there's no more playing around your opponent's grade 3 stalling and accelerating the gameplay, which is what Zero is designed in mind with, so it makes sense. Does this hurt the strategic aspect of Vanguard more? Was this change warranted? And what about the implications to Stride, a mechanic with similar conditions? Comment down below and let's talk about it. Next up, we have Vanguard Zero Championship 2021 Spring. We have the Alt Art Dragonic Overlord The Rebirth as the championship reward. In addition, we also have Alt Art Blaster Blade Seeker and Sing Saber Dragon. Now, there's nothing confirmed, but, you know, expect this as a future rank reward. Maybe. We've seen these playmat arts as rank rewards in the past, and hopefully this will be a trend because Seekers are looking up to be a really strong archetype. Next, we have set 18, Legion of Dragon and Blades, featuring Angel Feathers, Nova Grapplers, Narukami, Royal Paladins, Genesis, and Great Nature. 6 clans, that's a lot. Seeker, Sing Saber Dragon, we have the reveal of the key unit of this set, grade 3, triple rare, 11k Legion with Blaster Blade Seeker. Vanguard Circle, at the end of the battle, this unit attack the Vanguard if it is in Legion. Soul Blast 3, Counterblast 2, and discard 2 cards from hand to ride a Seeker, Sing Saber Dragon from your deck. Legion it with a Blaster Blade Seeker from your soul and draw 2 cards. Next, Vanguard Circle, when this card attacks a Vanguard, it gets +2, so it's a 13k attacker. This card's great. In the TTG, you could proc this multiple times a turn, up to 2 times, so you have 3 Vanguard swings. Soul Blast 3 isn't actually that difficult to actually accumulate because every single time you Legion and ride on top of that Legion, you basically have 2 soul instead of the usual 1 soul that you get from on ride. So this is really, really pretty strong. In addition, your Blaster Blade Seeker is going to be a mate for 2 different Legions, so you don't really need to be worried about having, you know, slots dedicated for it. Blaster Blade Seeker is already a great card, and by Soul Blasting it, you can actually return the Blaster Blade Seeker into your deck and actually Legion again. So it's just a really great card, synergizes with the Legion mechanic, as well as just a really great multi-attacker that can actually generate a lot of pressure, especially when your opponent's at 5 in Vanguard Zero. Next, we have Blaster Blade Seeker, grade 2, 9k, triple rare. Unfortunately, Rearguard Circle on place if your Vanguard is a Seeker, Counterblast 2 to retire one of your opponent's rearguards. This card got nerfed from Counterblast 1 to Counterblast 2. It can retire kind of anything, so it's a pretty solid card. I think it's the Counterblast 2 cost is warranted, especially because Seekers are so strong at Superior Calling. You can recycle these, and you know it is a on-place retire, which we've seen is a really strong skill in Zero. Retiring is much more detrimental to your opponent's strategy in Zero than in the TCG. So I think it's a fairly even costed card. I think it's interesting to see how the art changes for Blaster Blade Seeker, because Blaster Blade Seeker is popular as a unit that has multiple arts, similar to its original counterpart. It has this art with Sing Saber. It has this other art from the trial deck with Wingull Seeker, and one for Alphatic Sieve. And of course, we just saw the alt art right here. So interesting to see how they manage that. Hopefully they just change the arts, or like make an animation just to match with the Legion, or else it'll be awkward like in the TTG where you have mismatching artworks. But yeah, next up we have Advanced Party Seeker File. Now this is a Forerunner. It's basically like a Wingull Liberator for Blaster Blade Seeker. When you Legion, put this into your soul to call a Blaster Blade Seeker from your deck. It also had Resist, so this is a new skill on this in the starter. Resist basically makes this card unable to be selected by the effects of your opponent's cards. So what does this mean? What could this imply? It could imply that all the new starters will get Resist, and they could loosen up the restrictions for some units like Seishin, like starter snipers. Because, well, starters is the only thing you can control from this game. Like, there is a lot of variance, but the starter is the one thing you can guarantee that you will have on your board as long as you ride your grade 1, which should be practically guaranteed unless you're super greedy with your mulligan. So, I think that this is an interesting change. It means that there's a lot more consistency in terms of everyone's early game. It does decrease the value of some retire clans like Kagero or whatnot that can retire starters. But I think it's a pretty fair change. I think it is a really good card as well. Searching for a Blaster Blade Seeker, which is, you know, translates to a retire. It's quite strong. And once you intercept with it, then you can Legion it back into your deck and then, you know, use it as a mate. So it's a really great card. Next we have other reveals for Royal Paladin. Seeker, Sacred Wingle, Legion with Blaster Blade Seeker, as we said before. When you Legion, call a grade 2 or greater Seeker from your deck. So there are multiple options. You can summon a 9+3 to actually hit numbers. You can go for another Blaster Blade Seeker to retire. It's great. Next, we have Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, it gets +2. So it's a 13k beater. Just a Legion. Returning triggers to your deck. Searching anything, any grade 2, and intercept. Plus a retire maybe. It's really strong. We have Great Crossbow Seeker Gildas. Now, I'm really fond of this card. When you Legion, +1 to call a Seeker from your deck. Any Seeker from your deck, mind you. So you can, of course, search for Blaster Blade Seeker for the retire. Of course, you can search for other key pieces like Gringle Seeker. Vanguard Circle, when the attack this unit boosted a Blaster Blade Seeker hits a Vanguard, put a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck and draw a card and countercharge 1. Now this card might seem really weak because of the 6k base, but this unit says that when this card boosted a Blaster Blade Seeker, and if I am correct, when this boosted a Legion, grade 3 Legion, whether that's a Wingle Seeker or a Sing Saver Dragon, when you have Blaster Blade Seeker on the Vanguard Circle, because it's a Legion, it does proc. So what this means is that you can Gildas, search for Gringle, and guarantee that you get that counter charge and refund. It also, you know, helps you return units, you know, triggers, dead cards from your hand to the bottom of the deck and draw something else, maybe draw into your PGs. So it's definitely a really strong card and definitely something that you should play, you know, 2 or 3 of. I can see, but of course nothing confirmed. We have to see how it plays out in the actual game. So wait for a week, maybe wait for another week for people to playtest and kind of quote unquote solve the meta, and we'll see how this card places. But I think it's a really strong card. Next up, we have some great nature stuff. Magic Scientist Tester Fox. Now Tester Fox got a great buff. I really like it. Legions with Illusion Scientist Researcher Fox. Vanguard Circle, when your rearguard is retired during your end phase, if you are a Legion, countercharge 1. Then if the retired rearguard has the same name as your Vanguard, which means that if you're in Legion, the grade 2 or the grade 3, then you can call a card from the deck with the same name as your Vanguard from your deck to an empty rearguard circle and draw a card. So this is really good. Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks, if you have another unit in the center column, which either means you're in Legion or you have a booster, +2 to stand one of your rearguards and give it +4, retire that at the end of turn. So its non-Legion skill synergizes with its Legion skill, helps you countercharge for it, helps you actually do more stuff with it, replaces your new units, and help you draw, which is really, really good. We also have Illusion Scientist Researcher Fox, which is what the mate for the previous Legion is. 9k rearguard circle, when this unit is retired during your end phase, if you are in Legion, add a card from the deck to your hand with the same name as your Vanguard. Now, most commonly in this metagame right now, in Break Right era, you'd get the grade 2, right? But because if you just get the grade 3, you could re-Legion and recycle the unit that you just retired, so then you could then restand them, re-retire them, and recall them from the deck. It's very sustainable. It makes a lot of sense. You can keep doing it. You can keep countercharging, you keep multi-attacking. One thing to note is that Legion does not require your opponent to be at LV4, so the metagame is a lot more accelerated. These early game multi-attacks can be much more sustained throughout the early game, mid-game, and late game, rather than just mid-game to late game. So it's actually quite big. I think it's a really good synergy, definitely a really strong pair. Next, we have Fervent Professor Guru Tiger, double rare, 11k. Legion with Capable Assistant Guru Wolf, which we'll see next. Vanguard Circle, if you're a Legion, discard a card with the same name as your Vanguard. So if 2 of your rearguards get the following ability until end of turn. Rearguard Circle, when this unit is retired during your end phase, call this card to an empty rearguard circle, draw a card, and countercharge 1. Now, I think that's pretty good. Of course, you need to Persona Blast, but your Persona Blast target went from 3 out of 4 because you already have that one copy in your Vanguard Circle to, you know, at most 6 out of 8 because you have 1 grade 2 and 1 grade 3 in your Vanguard Circle. So the odds of just having a Persona Blast target is a lot higher than it used to be. So it's actually not that uncommon to actually be able to proc this skill. Next up, we have Vanguard Circle. This unit attacks a Vanguard if you have another unit in the center column, which means if Legion or there's a booster. Counterblast 2 to stand one of your rearguards and give that +4, retire that at the end of turn. Again, it kind of synergizes with the skills because the second skill lets you restand and retire, while the first skill lets you, on retire, you get to plus and then do more stuff. So it's really great. And of course, we have Capable Assistant Guru Wolf. Rearguard Circle, when this attack hits, if its power, including boost, is 20k or greater, draw a card. Great Nature doesn't really need the draw, but it definitely helps. It's an option. You know, you have units that restand, give them power, 13 with a booster, 7k booster, maybe that's already 20. If you don't have a 7k booster, you can still hit a trigger and kind of boost this up to 20. So it's a really strong card. I think it's really great and definitely pretty good. Next up, we have Accident Celestial Battle. Angel Feathers, again, got the short end of the stick. Unfortunately, I think it's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. It legions with 2 different units, Dosage Celestial Asmodel or Control Celestial Heal. Vanguard Circle, when you legion, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone, call a card from the damage zone. If you call a face down card, turn the card put into the damage zone face down. Unfortunate, it won't even give you the counter charge. Vanguard Circle, when this attacks, if you have another unit in the center column, this unit gets +3 until end of battle. Does this do a lot? Not really. It doesn't really do a lot. But I guess it does help you proc off your combos from the damage zone and whatnot, so it's nice. You also have 2 different Legion mates that you can choose from, so it's more consistent to Legion into it, I guess. One of the targets heal. Now this card skill is Rearguard Circle. When this attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is a Celestial, it becomes an 11k attacker, it gets 9+2. Next, Rearguard Circle, when this attack hits, if you have a Vanguard Celestial and your damage zone has a card with the same name as your Vanguard, you can countercharge 1. Is the countercharge 1 that big? Not really. So it's already hard to proc off anyways, but I guess 11k beater is not bad, even if you don't play the Legion. Next up, we have Holy Edge Celestial Malkadiel. Apologies if I butchered the name. It legions with Dosage Celestial Asmodel. And Vanguard Circle, during your turn, if you're a Legion, your front row gets +2. If your damage zone has a card with the same name as your Vanguard, they also get +2. Is that really big? I don't know. I guess it's nice, but again, is it that strong? Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have another unit in the center column, gets +3. So generic skill. Honestly, it's a bit disappointing. I guess that helps you proc your multi-attacks, but again, is this at the same power level as the other Legion support? I don't know. Dosage Celestial Asmodel, double rare, 9k. Rearguard Circle, when this unit attack hits the Vanguard, +1, put it into your damage zone to call a card other than Dosage Celestial Asmodel from your damage zone. If you call the face down card, turn this card face down. I guess this card's good. Helps you multi-attack. Again, honestly, I don't really see the Legions being that big for Celestial players. You might want to lean back into the Brick Red support and just play the grade 2s because they're decent, I guess. But I guess the grade 3s, you know, they're fine. They're not great though. Just my 2 cents. I don't play Angels, but if you're an Angel Feather player, let me know down below what your thoughts are. I just feel like it's unfortunate that they didn't get any buffs and instead they got some nerfs instead. So that's a shame. Next up, this is really controversial. I think this is really surprising to me that they did plan nerfs to occur on 1st of May. And this includes Gold Paladin's Wingull Liberator and Pale Moon's Silverthorn Beast Tamer Marika? I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. And Silverthorn Beast Tamer Anna. Now, Wingull Liberator's skill is going to be shifted to Counterblast 1 instead, so it's now going to cost Counterblast. And for Pale Moon units, they were going to shift it from Counterblast 1 to Counterblast 2. And there is a twist. They asked for community feedback. They said that they heard a lot of feedback about the announcement of this nerf. And so with that said, in-game, there is a poll. So there's 5 questions. So if you're a JP player, definitely be sure to voice out your concerns and your thoughts. I'm not gonna give out my perspective of things. I guess what I'm gonna say is that I think Pale Moon nerfs was a bit unwarranted. I think it's a bit too much. But how will we change it? I think it's really up to you, and I think it's the most important for you to make a decision yourself and vote for it. So first question is, do you want there to be nerfs? Yes or no? And then it's, which cards would you like to be subject to nerfs? We put here multiple options that were explicitly mentioned. Multiple answers are allowed. First card is Silverthorn Beast Tamer Marisha, Silverthorn Beast Tamer Anna, Silverthorn Assistant Zelma, which I believe is a starter. Others or none. Question 3, what nerfs would you like to make for the Silverthorns? Counterblast 1 to Counterblast 2 instead. When this unit attack hits to when this unit attack hits a Vanguard. Added a once per turn limit, cards of the same name, others or not needed. And then the same thing for the grade 1. And then for the starter, we have the change once per turn limit, cards of the same name added. Counterblast 1 added. If your Vanguard is a Silverthorn, change to if your Vanguard is a Lukie, others or none. I think these changes, all of them, are actually really fair choices. Do I think that they deserve to be nerfed? Maybe. Do I think that they deserve to be nerfed to Counterblast 2? Maybe that's too much. I think that the others are quite fair. And I think this is something that you should consider for yourself and vote. But if you have any thoughts or if you have any strong feelings about it, definitely comment down below. I don't play Pale Moon, so I'm definitely not biased towards it, I would say, because I don't own it. So don't think I'm biased. I just want a healthy environment, and I hope everyone votes according to what they want, right? According to what they want. So yeah. All right, next up, let's go to the global news. So first of all, there is a giveaway for 1,000 gems. This is the second giveaway for the global side of things. Go to Facebook, you can find the post there. The link will be in the description down below. Tell us what has been your favorite deck to play this past year and why. And we are picking 10 random people to win 1,000 gems. This is exciting. It's a really quick comment that you can do. I've commented, so you should too. It's a great opportunity to just randomly win 1,000 gems for, you know, 1 line or 2 lines of text. Next up, we have the pre-registration for the Spring Circuit Open Qualifiers number 1. So if you have not been able to qualify through the season rankings, this is your chance to claim a slot for the Vanguard Zero Spring Circuit 2021. The link is right there. Again, it's on the Facebook page. I will put that link to the Facebook page in the description box down below. They said that the registration is open tomorrow, but the link is already valid, so go do it. Go do it. You know, I think it's a great opportunity, even if you're not interested necessarily in qualifying. I think it's a great chance to win some rewards. There's quite a few good rewards there. I might do it myself, even though I already qualified. I think it's a great experience to kind of practice. And if I scrub out, I scrub out. And I think that's it is what it is. I think it's always fun to challenge yourself, and this is a great opportunity. And that's it. Off to a great start. We're setting precedents with what we should expect in Zero's Legion era, and also hype for Global's events and tournament scene. I think most important thing from this week is that Zero's development team is caring. They're starting to be more mindful about community feedback. At the very least, the JP side, and I think even the global side is working towards it to kind of generate more talk. It's always healthy to have communication, and I really respect that, and I think it's really important. So go support them. Remember to do the poll. The more people that participate in it, the more they would be more interested, or like more incentivized, or they think we care enough to actually voice our opinions, so they would do this more often, I think. And whether or not our voice actually has an impact is up for debate, but the most important thing is they're listening. And that is the first step. I think the first step is the hardest one, and that's really important, and I think we should applaud them for it. And all that said and done, I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, feel free to like it and subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more. That's it for today, and I hope to see you all soon. Remember to vote if you're a JB player. Remember to go comment if you're a global player, and that's all. See you next time. Bye.